The scariest scenes in Korean movies, especially this girl's weird smile. It is regarded as the source of evil by the majority of netizens. It's a little scary. Please don't blame me for freaking out. Uncle Hunter looked fearfully into the woods ahead. There was a shadowy figure in the darkness. The uncle trembled with fear. There was a ghost hand behind him. Then the uncle became possessed. His eyes were white and the corners of his mouth were twitching. What does Uncle seem to be looking for? He walked into a room. A man and a woman about to do something good. The uncle just killed them. When the cops got here, the man was dead in the bathroom, but the woman was nowhere to be found. But here's the weird thing. Uncle died here, too, and his legs took the shape of mummies. Police soon found the woman's body in another location. He, too, became a ghastly mummified corpse. The murderer killed a man and died himself. The body took a very strange shape. The police were momentarily confused about the truth behind it. Then something strange happened. A woman ordered takeout. Instead, she ordered a delivery man to deliver it under the bridge. The woman is very beautiful. It looks very strange and suspicious, and there were bruises all over his body. Her neck creaked. Slowly approached the delivery man like he sees prey. Then he took a bite out of it. Then, the delivery guy called me again, and he had Jane in his sights. But Jane knows something about exorcisms. The delivery guy just snoops outside. But here's the scary part. The delivery man has a third eye growing out of his head. Why do so many weird things happen? It all starts with a fairy tale. Legend has it that 2,500 years ago, a powerful evil wreaks havoc on the world, turned the world into a terrible hell. It was not until Buddha appeared that the disaster ended, but the demon put all his power into his eyes before he died. One red eye and one black eye. To keep the demons from rising, the Buddha sealed the eyes with saraira and buried in two different places. One day a doctor of archaeology dug up one of the boxes in the desert, and he sacrificed his own blood, woke up the red eyes in it. According to the legend, the red eye only has to possess 7 people at a time, can let oneself the ontology of resurrection. Once the eye is free of the possessive, his body will turn into a mummified corpse. The devil's next target is Jane, to destroy the demon's resurrection plan. The master took the young monk and made all the preparations. There is no hold for the devil to enter. He had to settle for the next best thing. Took possession of a high school girl. A terrible change took place at once in the high school girls. The girl had a terrible magic eye in her face. It was even creepier to laugh. The master heard that the devil had appeared. He took the axe and ran after him, found a woman covered in spells, master ready to kill. He was suddenly stopped from behind by the police. The police still think he's responsible for the latest murder. The master was subdued with no effort, was about to put the cuffs on him. The girl suddenly appeared from behind again, threw a cup straight to the ground. But the devil's after Amy. Don't want to waste their time on the master. The master quickly cut his hand, write an exorcism spell on the axe in blood, ready to fight the devil to the death. Joe, the policeman's brother, arrived just in time. The devil is very crafty. Run quickly behind Joe. See the master hand axe. Joe immediately pulled out his pistol, but the devil's nose began to sniffle again. So Joe's government and his next possession condition. He jumped on top of Joe, and it was wrapped around his body. The red eyes moved to Joe, too. The high school girl was mummified. Joe becomes the devil's latest host. The master did not talk nonsense. He rushed in with an axe. Too bad he's no match for the devil. And the devil had him by the throat. The master took out the Buddha beads to resist. Black smoke rose from Joe's hands. The devil quickly flung him away. The master was ready to pounce again. What think of demons pulled out a pistol? Demons are using guns instead of magic. Sure enough, times have changed. 2 more policemen came up behind him. The master took the opportunity to run away. Didn't think good things are destroyed. The devil did not hesitate to kill the policeman, and with a gun. The master learned from the master. He turned out to be the devil's last target. Once the devil gets inside him, his body will blossom again. The master did not want to sit idly by. Use blood to attach an exorcism spell to the artifact, and he's got runes all over him. And then with the young monk to build an exorcism trap. The master was determined to burn his bridges. Tie 1 foot to the wire. If I fail and the devil takes over, he told the little monk to chop himself with an axe. As night fell, the devil found him. The little monk hid behind a big tree. The exorcism was immediately initiated, but the devil didn't feel too threatened, and sauntered to the master's side. He told him what he really wanted. Turns out he wasn't the demon's last possession target, but a young monk who has opened the body of the saraira. The master was shocked. The plan to kill the hunters has been completely disrupted. The devil has 6 eyes, more powerful. The master could only struggle. Then he looked at the young monk. The master clutched his feet for dear life. for the young monk to get a chance to escape. The little monk ran wild in the woods. The devil was in hot pursuit. The master broke the wire on his foot. He picked up his weapon and ran after him. Then came the attack of black smoke. The master was caught in a struggle. Suddenly the little monk fell down. That cop just found this place, too. At this time he did not know that his brother had become a demon. After seeing his face was wrong. But it's too late. Just as the devil was about to seize the young monk, there was another shot from behind. Knocked the demon to the ground. It was the master who had come. But the demon turned into a zombie. Crazy to the little monk jumped up. The master rushed in with an axe, threw an axe, and got shot down. It was the policeman who fired the gun. The police had no idea how serious this is, trying to protect his brother at the same time. The policeman removed the axe from his brother's back. Turn him over. Unexpectedly, my brother has become a mummified corpse. He turned his head to see that the devil had possessed the little monk. The young monk threw the policeman away, hit a sharp log with an arrow through the heart. Poor cop doesn't get anything done. He passed away in a hurry. The little monk opens the Saraira box. A red portal appeared in the sky. The demon body is about to rise. Then he took the axe and hit the master directly. The master immediately used the illusion, gave the devil a brief hallucination. Back to the childhood of the little monk. The master burst into tears when he saw the child. Can't help stroking his cheek. Didn't expect the devil crack illusion soon returned to the reality. The devil took the axe and was ready to strike again, only to be frozen. And there was an exorcism charm on his face. The original untouched child just now. A spell drawn by the master in blood. Under the efforts of the master, the magic eye on the little monks had finally disappeared. It didn't take long to be yourself. He was so frightened that he wanted to leave, but the master grabbed his arm for dear life. Because the devil has moved on to the master, he begged the young monk to follow the plan. Destroy yourself with the devil. The little monk could not do it, but the devil had begun to take possession of the master. He swung the axe painfully. The crisis was finally over. The master sacrificed himself to prevent the resurrection of the demon, save the world from a catastrophe. At last the little monk came to the desert and sealed the devil's eyes back together. That's where the story ends.